Howdy folks, today we're looking at Charlton Bullseye number 3 from 1981 in Charlton. It's always a good day here on the channel when we get to crack open a vintage Charlton, one of the stranger comic book publishers of the 20th century for so many reasons. The Bullseye exists as it does due to a couple of unique factors. In the first place, Charlton was notoriously the cheapest publisher in the country, from their production values to their pay packets. In exchange for very little recompense, however, the company offered impressive creative freedoms for those creators who didn't mind their work being printed on paper whose quality could best be described as better than Charmin. This was a deal that artists as diverse as Steve Ditko and Sam Glanzman enjoyed, but in hindsight, the company's biggest influence came as an entry point for younger creators hoping to break into the industry. Because the barrier for entry at Charlton was so low, it made sense for the company to be an early stop on the resumes of a number of creators. Another consequence of the company being so accessible was that the fan culture around Charlton was robust and active. Put all those ingredients together and the result was the Bullseye, technically a revival of a fan magazine put out by the company some 6 years before. This incarnation of the Bullseye was solely devoted to publishing new talent. The deal was simple: pure exposure, no pay, but creators kept their rights and original artwork, which is how the final issue of the series featured a spotlight on Martin Gream's Thunder Bunny. This issue is focused on the worlds of sci-fi and fantasy. The first tale, Prophecy of Doom, features a barbarian versus an evil wizard by a creator named Ian Carr, who peppers his pages with Conan references. It's fun stuff, sword and sorcery with a pronounced Gene Colan vibe. Michael Grace's Mission is a 3-page shocker of the kind that you could have expected to find in one of DC's horror books around this period, featuring the early stages of an interstellar war triggered by the inexhaustible curiosity of humanity. The standout for this issue is Cavern of the Brain Eaters by Gary Ray, a 5-page Basil Wolverton homage about Martian vermin infiltrating an archaeological expedition. The last feature up is Duel in the Stars by Ron Fortier and Gary Cato. The tale is a dry slab of Star Trek fandom, but is interesting for serving as a stepping stone for two creators who actually did go on to significant subsequent careers. Fortier had outfits like Now and Techno in the 90s, while Cato became associated with the indefatigable Ms. Tree, as well as working on a pile of latter-day ElfQuest.